Since it began in 1963, there have been over 700 Doctor Who episodes in which the Doctor pitted his Time Lord wits against the evil forces of the universe and beyond. But in the 70s, financial pressures forced a clear out of the BBC vaults, and many Doctor Who classics were lost. Or were they?
Great chunks of my past, detaching themselves like melting icebergs.
Ah! Do something, help him!
Oh, no. No, don't look so worried. I'll have it all worked out soon. Everything's all right. Everything's quite all right.
Today, 110 episodes officially do not exist.
It represents a very, very sorry state of British television. The words do not exist. It's just material that was deemed non-marketable, was worthless and just thrown away into a skip and then incinerated. Or videotape was wiped. I think it's disgusting, personally.
Record producer Ian Levine has devoted his life to recovering missing episodes and dreams of a day when every last one is back at the BBC.
Back in 1978, when we were looking for Doctor Who episodes, there was a rumour going around that there were loads of them held by BBC Enterprises. Finally, I arranged for someone from the BBC to take me down to see what was there. I walked in and I saw this first Dalek story about to be junked, and I felt a mixture of both horror and elation. I think the horror took over, so I threw an absolute fit. And he found out the woman at BBC Enterprises who was in charge of destroying these prints. We went running into her office, and she says, yeah, no one wants them. They're just all black and white prints. And I got really agitated, and I said, I want them. I've just got clearance from the BBC to buy these episodes, and suddenly here I am, and they're being destroyed.
Exterminate! Annihilate! Destroy!
That is the way that things were done in those days, I'm afraid. Doctor Who fans are obsessive, and there is a refusal to accept the fact that some of these episodes don't exist and will not turn up. You always hear the phrase, somewhere it's got to be out there. It's as if by wishing so hard you can will it into existence.
هل دخلنا؟ أجل دوك، لن تكون الحياة كئيبة
شكرا، لا تقل دوك، فإني أفضل دكتور. تعال.
But there is a chance that copies sold around the world do still exist.
I single-handedly turned up 35 missing episodes over the years that wouldn't exist if I hadn't found them. I've spent hours and hours and hours on the phone ringing all over the world to all corners of the globe trying to chase Doctor Who episodes. Nigeria, Cyprus, the Ascension Islands, New Zealand. One phone bill alone came in at £4,000. 40? Oh, my God, this is too much to hope for. Oh. Look, tell me slowly, what's the next... Oh.
Haven't you anything you can suggest, Doctor? This is urgent.
Good heavens, it's appalling. Well, you stay at the end of the phone. I'll be back to you.
The world of Doctor Who is very, very rife with rumours. All these kind of subterfuge and counterplots going on. You get people who just phone anonymously and people who just say they've got this, got that, and they don't keep appointments. Full of hoaxes. There are a vast amount of hoaxes. Driving halfway up the country to meet people and they never even turned up. That sort of thing. The best analogy would be like a spy series. Doctor Who is big money. Believe me, it is big money. There are people like me who would, well, kill to see this stuff again.
But there is one episode every Doctor Who fan wants to recover. The final part of 10th Planet, first shown in 1966. A few seconds do exist. A classic scene where the Doctor regenerates for the first time. But the rest dematerialized in 1973. However, rumors are rife that somewhere that episode does exist.
Some friends of mine started getting letters from a character calling himself Roger K. Barrett, and was willing to sell the episode to them for £500 was the initial asking price. He became more and more greedy, asked for £800. He just wanted the money.
Eventually they contacted me and asked me to help. So I tried to get hold of this character too, and I'm afraid I was strung along like everyone else. He sent me what he claimed was a recording of the programme. It turned out to be completely blank. He said he'd destroyed the original film.
Roger Barrett never had the 10th Planet Part 4. This was all one big hoax. And they fell for it, hook, line and sinker. Roger Barrett
does not exist.
Oh, dear. Well, never mind. I'm sure he'll turn up again.
Once you think something exists and then you find out it doesn't, it's worse than not knowing it existed in the first place. And the absolute, utter depths of despair when we found out that it was just a blank tape and it was all a hoax. You've no idea what it felt like. If I could get hold of this Roger Barrett, I think I'd just grab hold of him by the scruff of his neck and choke him until I found out why he'd misled everybody. What kind of idiot does he take us all for? I wish I could get hold of him.
You will be annihilated!
Will nothing deter these fans? There are 110 episodes still missing. The search continues.
I believe that 10 Planet 4 does exist. I believe the vast majority of Doctor Who episodes exist, which can be prized out to the relevant hands for huge sums of money. I do believe it exists out there, but I don't know where.
Sad, really, isn't it? People spend all their time making nice things, and other people come along and break them.
And now, to Planet of the Daleks, where the Doctor is held prisoner at Dalek headquarters.